Hello, and welcome to Cyberpunk is Dead, our little actual play of Cyberpunk is Dead. We are a group of Finnish or Finnish-oriented, or what you want to call us, role-playing enthusiasts. I'm Petri. I will be playing the corporate or game mastering the session, and let's go round sort of clockwise. So that would mean Chris. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Chris. I write RPG material occasionally in Finnish, sometimes in English for a company called Iron Spine Press. I'm a gaming enthusiast, obviously, and I've been role-playing for around 15 years or so.
Wonderful. And then Annina.
Hi, I'm Annina Kaski. I'm a actor and writer, and also gaming enthusiast. I'm also on a D&D 5e actual play show called Bardic Quest. So yeah, check these out. Hope you enjoy the show.
Yeah, and links and such will be down below in the description section. So, yeah, let's switch the view, and now we are in game. So, the scene, and those who are wondering what on earth, we are missing Bravo for this session, so we're focusing only on Nova and Requiem, and the scene won't follow exactly where we left off last time, so don't be confused. This is, at least at the moment, a very white space. Sort of a Nordic minimalism pushed to the extreme. In the middle of it, there is a conference table, and at the conference table, there is the virtual avatar of Requiem 13. What does the avatar of Requiem 13 look like?
The avatar, since we're in a work setting, it won't be her gaming avatar. So it won't look like a space-aged elf. I think it will look like a close if you had a digital stylized version of what she looks like. So yeah, that. So that's her work.
Very her professional.
Work avatar. Yeah. Yeah. Because I like to think that she showed up in a gaming avatar and got like a warning. So now she's like, okay.
Yeah.
Playing by the book.
Yeah, probably like HR was in contact with you for violating like proper protocol. It's used for the most outrageous cases of like having a casual Friday in cyberspace, but still. The other person who is sort of slipping in the room is Nova, and I don't think we've seen your even casual avatar. I don't think you've ever been in a corporate environment, in a virtual corporate environment before. So what does Nova look like? I'd say that you're using your casual avatar at the moment until you figure out that you're using it.
Yeah, I would say my casual avatar kind of looks like one of those crash test dummies, kind of just a plain humanoid figure without hair or any kind of like distinguishing features, and then that kind of checkered pattern going in four kind of opposing colors on the face, clad in a leather jacket with sort of neon piping going down the sides.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, on the conference table, there is what could be described as a mess of different documents and, well, file systems and everything you've gathered up until this point of the potential threat against Mikael Star, your employer. There are things that you've both seen, and there are things that neither of you have seen before, since they've been provided to you by the corporate AI. And there are things that only Requiem has seen before, because those are pictures that they took from Claire's room earlier when they went after work espionaging there.
Yep.
It is a time of day or night, hard to say. This is a white room. This is cyberspace. Nova, you're slightly disoriented. You're not really used to these virtual meeting rooms, so it feels like you have this feeling of you're not quite sure what the process of you getting here was. This is done partially through the wire and partially through your spine, actually, because you have a very high-powered spine that stores and retrieves and sends data. So it's like, this is very disorienting, and like, you know that you came here to work, but the specifics are a bit... Yeah. Whereas Requiem, you are very aware of why you're here. You're here to like figure out what to do next and do it in an environment that's very familiar to you, instead of going on the field and getting shot at.
Is there anyone else apart from us in
No.
the room? Is
And
there no one else?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'd say that Requiem, you are sure that no one is eavesdropping on you. You've requested for a private room, mainly because you have a suspicion of an internal threat. So it's
okay.
This is probably the safest you've been in a place where you can talk up until this point.
Okay.
Would I be using to communicate? Would I be using my actual voice, or is this sort of mental communication?
I think it is projected as a voice, so for ease of communication, but it can sound a bit different than normal, like your preferred voice.
Yeah. But basically, it's not a microphone. That's what I'm.
Yeah, it's not a microphone. You're both connected through the wire, so it's like no one is hearing what you're saying.
Yeah. Cool. I would probably take a while to respond to anything. The situation for me would be sort of analogous to waking up after a bender, sort of hungover. Wake up at work, you have no memory of what happened, and you just kind of like still in your work clothes, and like just pretend, go along. Am I in a meeting at the moment? Just kind of go along with it, and I'd wait probably for Requiem to make the first move, say something.
Nova?
I must have dozed off. Sorry. What are we doing?
Well, we're here to figure out what to do next, but are you okay?
What do you mean? I think I feel good.
I mean, you were shot.
You have you have a short flash of a gunshot. Feeling.
Wait. When did this happen?
How long has it been? Has it been a few days?
It's been a couple of days.
Yeah. It's been a few days. We were on the mission and you got shot, and well, the ambulance came quickly.
Wait, where am I? Am I here? Where am I? I'm kind of fuzzy at the moment.
I'm guessing you're in the medical unit still.
Oh, okay. I'm here via the wire. Right.
It's a virtual conference room.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna be okay. Is that... Wait, I feel okay. Feel fine.
They said you were okay.
Well, I guess it's good to see a friendly face, at least.
Yeah.
Rather you than the boss, I guess.
True.
So, what? Yeah. Are we going to be joined by someone, or is it just... Are we...
No, just us. Do you remember when I talked about Claire?
My memory's
What do you remember?
fuzzy.
Do you remember anything?
My memory's a bit fuzzy. Go ahead. What were you saying about Claire?
No, I found last night. I paid her a visit, just a neighborly visit, and I just took a couple of pictures of interesting stuff. You can see it here.
And as you sort of go back to that moment, the atmosphere of the room changes a bit to match the cubicle nature of both your and Claire's apartments. Sort of the white decor turns into more, well, it's still white, but it's more plastic now. Just sort of reflects on what you're saying. This is a very plastic, like a elastic space in a way that it changes to match what you're talking about. Mainly if you were making a presentation about forests, you'd probably be in a forest.
Yeah.
So when you start talking about Claire's apartment, the feeling changes a bit to match that. And there are photos of documents of fixers, local fixers, local, like, middle management, sort of suspicious stuff, but nothing that can pinpoint directly at Claire's involvement in this potential threat to Mr. Star. It's the name that has sort of been highlighted, either consciously or unconsciously, you decide. Requiem is a gang called Lynx, which has been like made into a murder board. Like this is something important, and then a fixer called Mr. Feet.
So yeah, to point those names out.
They highlight.
I'm sorry to make you. Yeah, I'm sorry to make you work straight out of the hospital bed.
Would it be the first time?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's now that you're sort of grasping the situation, it's either this or not get paid. So this.
I'm assuming if I'm in the hospital, I've had some work done, so might as well pay it off, at least in part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of paying things off, let's go to mechanics a bit. Just to since we are now working in a different, like it's been a couple of days, and so Requiem, you can uncheck the secondary sidearm and cash from your equipment, so you can use those again and make more purchases to your expenses account. Your expenses are still at 1, so it's just that those are available.
I got
again.
one. Yeah. I got one taken off from.
Yeah, you delivered
our last bonus.
Yeah, you delivered wanted criminal to the police, so it's it was added to your expense account, but yeah, still. Not enough to keep you in purely like at over 0 level. So yeah, but the virtual space is your oyster, so to say. Requiem, you you have sort of a mastery of not only this space, but if you want to go somewhere, it's very easy for you to just open up a connection and have you move there. If you want to talk to someone
Virtually.
Virtually.
Yeah.
Like,
okay, yeah.
And both of you are, let's just say, neither of you are in tip-top condition to work physically at the moment. So this virtual sleuthing is very good for you, which leaves Bravo alone doing the physical side of things somewhere else, which conveniently explains why Bravo isn't available.
But we know he's
okay
for now.
Yeah, and he's keeping you updated on what he learns, but it won't really intersect with what you're doing. He's following up on a different thread.
Gotcha. How about my stress?
Yes, it's wonderfully
episode,
still 9.
Which is really quite high.
Yeah, it's still 9.
Still 9. Shall we? Are we doing that mechanic now or later?
No, the mission ain't over. It can still go up. And it probably will.
This employer is brutal.
Yeah, yeah,
brutal.
Yeah, and for those who are unaware of the situation, Requiem is at 9 stress, which is quite a lot, considering you have to roll under that with a d12 to get a new trauma. It's quite likely to happen. So yeah.
I feel like she's like several energy drinks in and she's like shaking.
Yeah,
she's got the caffeine shakes.
Definitely. Yeah, and probably in this virtual space, it's like you are moving at a bit higher speed than like normal. Just like your brain is firing up, like so. You, Nova, have actually slight difficulties keeping up with Requiem, partly because you're not like used cyberspace in general, but like especially now that Requiem is very, very like strong. But the good thing about the wire is that it transfers information quite reliably. So it's like, even if Requiem is very erratic at the moment, you catch on what she's trying to tell you. The nature of cyberspace is that there is a lot of sort of safe chat rooms. You can go in a like Requiem had a meeting with what's his name? I just had it. Oh, well, had what?
Claire?
No, the it starts with the T. The one from the game. Timber, yeah, that's the name. Yeah,
Timber.
Yeah, you had a meeting with Timber at an ice glade, which was a chat room. Basically, this is a similar, like isolated chat room. This is a very safe space. You can talk about whatever here. Once you go outside, it's likely that someone will be eavesdropping. So this is a place to plan. And then when you want to go out, it's a bit less safe. You don't have to worry about getting wasted by all the AIs in the wireless net. That is the reason people don't hack wirelessly. These are quite isolated and simple rooms. There are games such as the one Requiem is playing, and other activities that can be reached in a similar way that one would go to a website. But these are more immersive experiences. And as with the current web that we use, there are the darker sides, which come at potential risks. They might not be as protected as the public sites are, and there are risks attached to going to those. And of course, if you want to go and look at what the links are up to, that would be the place you're heading to. But I don't think that's something that would be wise to do without some preparation or like sleuthing around.
Okay, so I don't suppose I have any prior knowledge of fixers or Mr. Feet or even links.
Maybe you possibly could actually have knowledge of a fixer because you worked sort of a mercenary lifestyle and doing gigs. So I'd give you make a 3d12 roll, just a fortune roll, not one with heavy consequences.
Okay. I'm sorry, which one was it?
3d12, and you are relaxed, so lowest.
Yeah, that's the lowest, right? That's a 5.
That's a 5. That's one away from a 6, which would be a regular success. And since this is a fortune roll, where's the? So 5 would be failure, partial success, or success with a cost. With a partial success, I would give you that you have worked with Mr. Feet, but the work relationship ended on a sour note. And if you want to use one of your equipment, then that would be pushed into a 6, which is full success. So you'd have a sort of a neutral relationship with that particular fixer.
Ooh, would software be the most applicable, I guess, in this situation?
Software or cash, just like you owe him and you pay him back, or software just like making tweaking things a bit, so those reasons that the two of you aren't that in so good terms look a bit better.
Yeah, I'd probably go for cash. Something different.
Yeah, you owe Mr. Feet sort of sizable sum of money from a gig that probably you cashed in before all the details of the gig got sorted out, and there was some confusion about who owes who money, and well, the corporate account is open and you can finally pay that back. So mark one expense and mark the stress, right. And
that was that one
stress and one expense, and then it's a regular success. So yeah, you know him, but in order to actually get in touch with him, you'd first have to pay your debt.
I recognize that name, Mr. Feet. Unfortunately, owe him a not so inconsequential amount of money. Any contact with him would probably bring that topic up, and I'd have to deal with that, which I could.
How much money? Like, could you pay it, or is it out of the question?
I can take care of it. Yeah, it's going to set me back quite a bit, but well, it looks like the work hasn't been running dry so far, so might as well.
I mean, we can try other avenues before that if you'd like.
Well, I guess it depends on what options we have, but
Yeah.
yeah.
The thing about Mr. Feet is that the money is the only thing that is sort of standing in between the good graces. So there's no bad blood. It's just business.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, if you want to go down that road, it is now open.
I mean, I wouldn't. I guess you got to pay the piper at some point, face the music and other cliches. Yeah. I mean, it could be it could grease his palms a little bit, get us on his good side.
It would definitely help.
Yeah. But why not? Let's do that.
Okay. So, Mr. Feet is a fixer that sort of, well, like many fixers, they deal on the gang level. They're like one step above Mr. Johnson, the application that sorts work. Which actually, I'll give you a sort of a mental note here that you can use Mr. Johnson to source mercenaries to do small odd jobs for you in the real world if you want, since you're currently working in the cyberspace. So if you want something taken care of in the real world, you just make an app request and someone hopefully takes care of it. But Mr. Feet is fixer deals on the gang level, and they have a few gangs that they work with. The most relevant for you is the Lynxes, but also they're working with scavengers. Not really a gang, but more of a personality type of lowlifes that sell cybernetics. Not really buy, get them from alternate sources such as people. And it's sort of a ugly trade and very immoral and such, but Mr. Feet has connections to those kind of people. Since you know Mr. Feet, what when entering his domain, the cyberspace version of it, what does the space look like? Like, what's the prominent thing that you both see when coming to his lair? And this is towards Nova, who knows Mr. Feet beforehand.
All right. I'd say there's probably a bit of ostentatious decoration. So there's probably marble pillars. There's kind of a nice divan, kind of a sofa with very kind of, let's even say Louis the 16th kind of decor everywhere. A drink cart and a kind of like a small bar, that kind of thing. So very ostentatious. Maybe gold. There might be sort of a let's say there's a bit of that gangland aesthetic there as well. So there might be a lamp that's a golden 8K or something like that.
Yeah, they're very like showing of wealth and power in this ridiculous way, in a way. As you enter the domain, the first area is this sort of a welcoming hall, just, as said, marble, gold, very luxury-looking environment. Requiem, you instantly notice that there are some ICE, basically electronic countermeasures, here. So if you'd step out of line, it's likely that you're getting thrown out. They don't seem to be lethal.
Yeah.
It's just like booting you away sort of stuff, but still quite good
So I'll
quality.
just boot you out of the.
Yeah,
It'll just boot you out of the room.
yeah,
Basically.
yeah.
Okay.
Sort of looks like this is meant to be threatening in the way that a bouncer would be threatening at the door of a club. So you don't know you don't want to mess with them, but not like this person is brandishing a gun. So it's a sort of a show of power, but in a approachable way, which suits a fixer. There is friendly automated avatar that pops into view, and it probably resembles, considering this mix of old style luxury and gangland stuff, something out of a 1920s gangster movie, but with a powdered wig. So pinstripe suit and a powdered wig. Hello, how can I help you? Welcome to Mr. Feet's Emporium of Wonders.
I think Nova would get a message from Requiem, which is like, you do the talking, you know him.
Yeah, and I'd send a message back to Requiem saying, whatever you do, don't make fun of the decor.
Got it.
He's very sensitive about that.
Okay.
And then I say to the concierge or whatever this character is, yeah, hi. We're here to see Mr. Feet.
Wonderful. Who can I introduce to him?
Oh, you'll know if you just say Nova.
Nova.
Yes. Nova and +1.
And the expression changes to a very like Nova. The voice is Mr. Feets. He's talking through this construct.
Ooh.
Nova, you owe me money.
I know. And believe me, do I by the way, have any kind of like name for him? Like, would I call him by his first name, or is it just Mr. Feet for me?
Mr. Feet. He's
Okay.
one of those pretentious types, as you can see from the decor.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Mr. Feet. So here's the thing. That's exactly why we're here. And by the way, I didn't bring Muscle. This is just an associate. This is Requiem.
Hi. I'm definitely not Muscle. Hello. Hi.
Yeah. So I'm actually here to pay off my debt, and I was just, wanting to say hello while I was at it. We had we wanted to chat while I was paying you.
Small money transfer window opens in your view, just like without any small talk. Just like
you had that locked and loaded, didn't you? Okay. Would it be okay if we just? I hate to do business like this. Could we Could we do this? Well, not in person, but a little bit more in person. Or are you gonna inhabit this guy today?
That ganger with the powdered wig, the expression of returns on its face. Mr. Feet will be right with you.
Thank you.
And there is this sound of a string quartet playing something from the early 2000s, some classical music, and like just before the crescendo, a horn joins in from somewhere, and a door of light opens, and out from it steps this. What does he look like, Requiem? What would you imagine this person looking like?
Mr. Feet.
Mr. Feet in his avatar form, like you have experience with like over the top avatars. So this is like what would you be expecting? Let's say this way.
I'm imagining like the Godfather on crack, like that kind of thing. Like fluffy white cat, but it's somehow like cyberpunky, and just that times 10.
Yeah, and your assumption is like 100% correct. It's very stylish suit. A man with almost bulldog-like face, like very sort of looks old and powerful at the same time. And besides him is white, what probably is something like snow leopard or tiger, just a huge fluffy creature. And Requiem, you know that as the ice here is made to throw you out, this creature in cyberspace is actually lethal, like countermeasure, so it can do harm. It can hurt you if it pleases. And the horns blaze and the door of light brings illumination to the chamber, and as Mr. Feet walks in, the chamber becomes this sort of a Roman spa-like, very, very marble, white marble, green marble, and then there's gold type of an area with very, very comfortable looking like divans and couches and places to sit. And you are no longer alone. There are other people here, probably doing business. You've moved from the antechamber into Mr. Feet's actual domain.
Okay.
So... and the window pops up again.
Hey, great to see you, Mr. Feet. Just wanted to do this in person because I hate you thinking that we don't want to actually. Well, I don't want to look you in the eye while I pay you back, and just wanted to shake your hand and say hi.
Would he know your real name? Were you that close?
I don't know if we were that close, but I might imagine him doing his due diligence and sort of digging up information on me in case things go sideways. So he probably might.
Yeah, he Cobra, and just gives you his pinky ring finger to kiss.
I kind of side-eye Requiem first, like, Cobra. And then I just grab the hand and kind of very, very flamboyantly just kiss it, almost like leaning into it a little bit too much, into the role play here.
Yeah.
I think Requiem would like very awkwardly curtsy, just like okay, just be like, I'm guessing I need to do something too.
Yeah. Question: like this is more about how Requiem works in these situations.
Yeah.
Would you quickly download a routine that makes you look like you're curtsying in a non-awkward way, or just do it?
Actually good. Yeah, I think it will be because she's downloading it and then doing it.
Yeah.
What awkward is the timing?
Yeah.
Not
so it's like a bit,
it's a bit too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a second too late, and it's like okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. As said, this is sort of your forte. You're at home here, so yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that the curtsy is actually like picture perfect down to that each and exact movement, but the moment has already passed when you should have been doing that. So it's like Nova and Mr. Feet are already talking when you're doing that. So it's like, but it's good. I appreciate you coming here because I know you are not one to do things in person. You prefer messages, you prefer short calls. Coming here is I put weight to it.
I'm glad. Hopefully that communicates how much we needed to talk to you.
I figured as much that this was not so much you coming to pay your debt, but needing something from me. Come, join me.
Gladly, thank you.
And he slowly moves to one of the groups of couches and divans and pillows besides the pool that is probably in this space. It's actually like liquid gold. It's not water, just because if you're in cyberspace, why not? And the cat thing curls up next to him.
Is that like
Yeah,
a pool of gold?
pretty much.
That's the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah. Yeah. That's yeah. We've moved from gangland to
To a perfume ad.
Yeah, perfume ad. All that is missing is the pink petals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like I said, first things first, and he waits for you to cash the or pay the debt.
Yeah, I put in however I identify myself, put in my PIN or so on my end, and then swipe the the floating symbol there.
Yeah, Requiem, you see that he's using the company credit card to do this. It's quite clear. No way to hide that really.
Yeah.
And it's a substantial amount. Good. Now that we have concluded that matter and put this to rest, who is your charming +1?
I kind of motioned to her.
Oh, yeah. She's like, hi, I'm Requiem. Nice to meet you.
Requiem,
13.
your avatar looks slightly familiar. Where could I know you from?
I use the same name for the gaming. I'm quite. If you follow any.
Yes. You are in Foxman's Guild, right?
Yes.
Huh.
Yes, I am.
Nice man.
You know him?
I make it my business to know people who are important in here. This is, of course, sort of a area of expertise of mine. I'm surprised that we haven't spoken before.
No, we haven't. I came across your name, so mentioned it to Cobra, and here we are.
Yeah, a pleasure. So,
Likewise.
my name came up in your, judging by your clothes, work. Also, I would prefer if you would follow Cobra's lead and relax here a bit. That look you have is very, very formal, and I don't think this is a place for formal. And he's wearing a pinstripe suit still, so yeah.
She'll change her avatar to her gaming avatar.
Yeah. So what does that look like for those Ooh.
It will be very ostentatious sort of space elf magic user. So like purples and turquoise and that kind of thing.
To be honest, I say to kind of both of them, I'm probably relaxed because I think, I might be wrong, but I think based on the way my brain chemistry feels at the moment, I think I might be under heavy medication.
Hmm.
I
What?
was injured recently, and I think I'm still in treatment.
As you say
You know how
that
these things.
as you say that, you get another small flash of like moments of not being able to breathe and seeing a bright light coming down on you and people propelling down from that light in heavy combat gear and loading you up on some form of a like emergency evac table and wincing you out, and that takes a couple of seconds. It actually darkens the room a bit around you. Moods affect the cyberspace quite heavily, and like the lights dim for a moment and then return. But yeah, that sort of flash of remembering just a bit more of what's going on.
I would imagine it looks like I lag. I'm just kind of like lost in thought. I freeze for a moment. And then mid sentence, I come back.
Yep, it looks exactly like that. That's well, you have not changed your line of work if you are getting shot, which is good. Knowing
Well, which part? Getting shot or the work?
the work. Of course, getting shot is not optimal. It always brings more expenses to all parties. But you still being in the business of, well, in the business where you get shot is good because I might have a few jobs lined up in the future that could use your skills.
Ooh, I look at Requiem. Obviously this wouldn't be during company time and so on. I'm still kind of unaware of how extensive the eavesdropping is, so I'm trying to like.
Hard to say.
Yeah, obviously any work that we do that I do for you would be on my own time, and so on. Hopefully he understands what I'm saying.
He seems to. So, I know you are working on a clock. Everyone always is. So, to let you get a coffee break or something between your errands, what do you want to know?
I found your name in Claire's files. She works for our company, and she just appeared one day. And it's also bizarre that she's on the same floor as I am, worker-wise. And we need to find information on who might want to cause Mikael Star harm. That's our mission.
Can I get a roll from you for the... Well, do you want to help Nova?
Sure.
Yeah, so take one stress from helping.
Yep.
And Requiem roll 3d12 and take the highest. Oh, 11. That's good. That's excellent. I think that's a good overreaction. Success with an overreaction. First of all, upon mentioning Claire's name, he freezes just enough that while you might not be great at reading people in the real world, you know what people are doing just by looking how they move their eyes during chats in cyberspace. So when you mention Claire's name, you immediately get that, yes, he knows who you're talking about. And he either is firing up a message or otherwise contacting her or someone right now.
Oh no.
And since this is a success with an overreaction, I say you are catching this at a spot where you are in an excellent position to do something about it. And so first of all, let's first go to the technical side of this. Where's my
roll well.
Numbers? So, since the situation is clear, there is no threat of violence, although there are these countermeasures, but they're not active. This is clear. This is sort of, it's not bad. So, overreaction, the action succeeds, but there's an in-fiction complication for the characters overreacting. They draw unwanted attention, tensions rise, they antagonize some minor third parties, such as local cops. And the situation is now standard. So the tension rises from you doing whatever you do upon receiving this bit of information that he's trying to send out a message. You can easily stop it if you want, but that would be So what you do?
I would like to send pause the message, and on top of it says just basically I'm gonna make a pop-up be on top of that message going, are you sure you want to do that? Like a very annoying Mr. Clippy type pop-up. It's obvious it's for me. It's I see what you're trying to do.
You intercept that, and since that was success, I am and success with an overreaction, I am giving you 2 picks on the internal clock.
Ooh,
because
it is Claire.
Yep, it was Claire. You actually, when you block the pop-up, you see that he was sending a message to Claire, and some people, it was something like, some people are here asking about you, what you want me to, and then you interrupted it.
Dude, yeah.
So it's clear that there is a connection, that uncertainty that was before is no more. So that's why I'm giving you the 2. But the situation is now standard, so it's suddenly the room is not a spa.
Tense.
It's no longer something from perfume ad. The walls are wood paneling. The marble is still there, but it's now like a bit gray marble, wood paneling, gold and red. And of the people who were there, most of them are suddenly very far away from you. Like the room changes so that there is space between you and everyone else. So this is now much more private where you are. And the cat creature opens its eyes, all 8 of them, just blink open and shine a golden light looking at you. Just like it's now armed. Still not doing anything, but like it's there. And Mr. Feet reacts quickly, like he's been slow up to this point, but now he's very attentive and speaks a bit faster. That was unexpected. That was very good. He
Thank you.
moves a bit back. I underestimated you. I am sorry about that. His visage changes a bit more to something like if he looked like old Marlon Brando before, now he has features that resemble more something like what's the actor's name from Maltese Falcon?
Is that Bogart?
Bogart, yeah, like very chiseled jaw and like classically handsome noir detective style look instead of this old godfatherly look. Still in a pinstripe suit, but
Of course.
very much like more active avatar. I cannot tell you much. You must understand this.
As long as you don't tell her anything.
I think we have an understanding of that. I will not. If you don't tell of my mistake, I won't tell her about you. If I may ask, and I know this will tell you more than it will tell me, but who is Mikael Star? You're breaking. I can't hear you. There's some glitching. Hello? Did I lose you? Now I can see you again. Hello?
And
Hello, now I can see you again. We lost you for a moment.
I'm back.
Yeah, your voice is
back?
more back than your video. Hello, we lost you for a moment and your video is breaking up a bit.
That's frustrating, just my internet being the internet.
The internet being the internet, that happens. But yeah,
yeah.
Mr. Feet.
Back.
Yeah, I think we are in sync.
Fantastic.
Wonderful. Okay, so Mr. Feet was asking the very revealing question, who is Mikael Star? You mentioned the name.
I'll look towards Nova and be like, shall we? Is it a good idea?
I again think back to the eavesdropping software.
He's.
I mean, go ahead at your discretion.
The eavesdropping software that is installed in you should only trigger when speaking about the sort of freeware version of the rejection drugs, the immunosuppressants. So
it's okay to talk about.
Yeah,
Star. Okay.
Yeah, should be okay.
Okay.
I say, I just say to Requiem, go with your gut. I'm sure you can, you have
He's
discretion.
our employer.
Oh,
He works
and
for
you are judging from Murha. Judging from You talking about Claire? And interesting. She's looking for people to do her job. So she has contacted me. I can't really tell you anything more, but she has an offer outstanding.
An offer?
Yes.
Is it a hit on someone?
If it was, I could be offering it to. What did you say you were now? Nova?
Yeah, Nova is the one I go by.
Yeah, to Nova.
Okay.
But unfortunately, it's not. It is more of retrieval type of a job, which calls for, well, more, shall we say, adventurous types, such as maybe yourself.
I see. Are there any leads you can give us so we didn't come here empty-handed? Since you nearly blew our cover.
Give me a roll, and again the same question. Do you want to help Nova?
Yeah, I'd help it.
Mark a stress.
Yes.
So 3, is
Three,
it?
3.
and the highest.
10.
10, yeah, that's again so high that no amount of equipment will bring it down to a reasonable level. So it's an overreaction once again. The situation is standard, so an overreaction is, of course, even more fun than it was before. The action succeeds, but there's an in-fiction complications from the character's overreacting. A character pulls out guns. The opposing force bolsters their ranks or takes defensive positions. The characters insult someone important, or there is some other collateral damage / the characters draw unwanted attention to themselves. And you get 2 stress.
Stress.
Yes.
I'm gonna have a stress related aneurysm in a second, honestly.
Yes, you are. And the situation is now either snafu, which means that the situation goes violent, or your state is 1 higher if possible. So the situation will be snafu after this.
Damn it.
And that's bad.
I tried.
But the good thing is that this is a success, so you won't be leaving empty-handed. The vibe you're getting out of him is that he's not going to give you anything without like a fight. So how do you want to go about this? How are you going to wrangle it out of him? He's just some like gangland fixer. You are a god in this place.
I know it's. I hope my role is good. I'm gonna use my hacking skills to try and like just disable his room so we can still talk, but he can't attack. He can't do anything else apart from talk to us right now.
The situation freezes except for you and Nova, and like he is in this like slight loop of doing a small repeat action. The cat is starting to glow. Like even if you disabled everything, it is trying to break through. This is what it does. So that's why the situation is now snafu. So what did you want from him? You wanted something to not go empty-handed.
Yeah. Like it has to be a viable lead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there is going to be a short shouting match, or at least from his side. He's going to be very like, let me go, and just like try his best, but like he's no match. You are an excellent excellent hacker when you want it. So
Yeah.
he's trapped. The cat is a problem, but he's trapped. He's no match to you, and you sort of turn the screws a bit and like make him feel that he can't do anything unless he gives you what you want. And just before the cat breaks into this static space you've created, he caves in and flings the job that Claire has asked towards you, just like a packet with all the details attached, and just like growls, there you go, get out.
Thank you for your time, and like Control
hey.
Alt Delete.
Yeah.
Just like take care of yourself, and then like
yeah.
You are back in the White Room.
Well, that was an ideal, but we got something.
I'm hoping. Well, at least with Mr. Feet, time tends to heal some wounds, not maybe all of them, but
I'm hoping he's one of those impressed with what you did kind of people. What is let's look at the packet. What did he give us? I want to read it.
It's anonymous gig for a crew of a couple of hackers. So
okay.
Judging by what the specifications are, I think Nova for you. Is Nova frozen, or is it just me? Oh, it's just
no.
You are very still when you're still. It's like
yeah, he is.
Yeah, like it's
I'm just
unsettling.
listening intently.
I'm like constantly fidgeting.
Yeah,
you're like Zen master.
Yeah, but Nova, you've been in the mercenary circles for long enough to know that this is one of those gigs that people don't come back from. It's way too good reward for the apparent risk. It is basically go and log in at site, go get some data, and then report back to this anonymous address. It's one of those where people go, they do the job, and they are never heard from again because someone offs them. Yeah, offs them after the gig, or the gig is just too. There's something so fishy about it, but it for Requiem, since you are sort of a naive person in this regard, it reads as a hacking job. Go retrieve some data from a data fortress that is accessible online, which is like, this is stupidly easy, and bring it to an anonymous drop location in the physical world.
So I don't think it's suspicious at all.
It's like your dream job. Very easy money.
Okay, yeah.
Give me a fortune roll. That's give me a 3d12 fortune roll. I'm not taking that harm from you, and give me the best, the biggest number since you're still alert.
9.
Yeah, that's I'd say it's What were the options? I think that was possibly success with effort, success with overreaction. I'd say getting that like you don't know that part of the cyber community, or like you'd have to do some digging to find things out. So it'll take time. Luckily, you have time. So, like you know that's a data fortress, but you don't know anything about it beforehand. You don't have previous experience,
Okay,
but
yeah.
you can like go around and dig around to find out what that is.
Okay. Oh, it's just an easy hacking job.
I
Really
kind of
easy.
like I pause for a minute to see if she's being sarcastic, and it's kind of like, come on, look at the look at the payment.
What?
Well, okay, all right. So this is what we call a one-way job, a suicide mission.
Oh, it's a trap.
Well, I mean, look at the payment. Look at the.
Oh,
I mean, no
yeah.
one's going to offer that unless they think they're not going to have to pay it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Uh,
She's going to try and hide the fact that she was like totally thought it was real.
And then to like avoid an awkward situation, Nova would just be like, "But I mean, if you look at it quickly, but like look legit."
Yeah, I mean, I thought she'd be like, go and I don't know. I thought she'd put a hit on someone. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure, but
Didn't expect this.
Well, yeah, it's fishy, to say the least.
Yeah.
Yeah, the job is to be done 2 days from now, so it's not like happening now. And I think from taking the job like that, I think it's marked as received, so it's in your name at the moment, or name.
Great.
So no one else is taking it.
But am I anonymous?
Of course, you're anonymous.
Okay, good. So
that was part of the deal.
Oh, by the way, Claire.
Yeah, that was part of the deal.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Can we use this as a trap?
So
I know it's set as a trap, but can we trap
reverse
the person?
Trap.
Yeah.
I suppose. I mean, if we get if we get Bravo to help us eventually, then maybe. Or do you think we could pull it off?
I mean, a full team would be best. It's not for 2 days, so.
Yeah, we could definitely plan something. Just heads up, this is, it's planned to end badly, so we're looking at some.
I know. I just wonder what would happen if we don't do anything. See what I mean? If we let if we let the time pass, what will happen then?
It is. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I agree. We should probably try to do this with minimal, casualties, minimum damage.
Maybe we can get. Can we get backup in 2 days' time from
probably
the corporation?
If the corporation is trustworthy.
Well, I mean, we could send a message to Mr. Johnson.
Yeah. Get application to get mercenaries.
Yeah, I think we'll need them.
Yeah.
If we just want boots on the ground,
Yeah, that's the easy way to get cannon fodder, so to say.
For the drop-off point, I think we need them.
Yeah, it's just something to think about, but
So we found Claire's definitely a threat of some sort.
Yeah.
Is it worth telling Mikael now, or do we have to wait until we've got like hardcore evidence?
I think he's been more of the when you have results type of a person.
Yeah.
I think he'd hang up on us if we called him, told him we don't really have anything. He'd be in a bathrobe, flossing his teeth or something, and he'd just hang up on us. And, we don't want to annoy him, I think.
You're right.
Nova, your wire comes online a bit more. You've been basically plugged into this this particular cybernetic construct, cyberspace construct, but you come online. You have a lot of missed messages. Your viewer count has gone up about 100 to 115 times the normal.
Am I still online with Requiem, or am I?
Yeah, you're still online here, but you just went out of airplane mode for your messages, and they just start pouring in. Which is
I'm just seeing
actually a good thing, because that probably means that you are out of some the worst in your medical condition.
Oh, my wire online capabilities just came back.
It's good. You're healing.
What the?
Can I see it as well? No, I can't see it unless he sends it to me.
You can basically share if you want, and
I can just take a look at this, and I share the whatever red icons of the badges, like ding 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 ding.
Oh wow, you've gone viral.
Yeah, and well, Requiem, you know that this is a streaming site that the icon is for, and that's the viewership count going up. Subscriptions are going up. Views of videos are going up.
Wait, what's the source? Did I get raided? What's happening?
Yeah, apparently, for the lack of a better term, you have butt dialed your stream when you got shot.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so
it's a new level of fail video, isn't it?
Yeah, fail forward.
Which basically means that it is a very short and confused video of you falling down and losing consciousness. But that's going viral, and people are subscribing to your channel and watching your literary analysis videos because of that.
I'm just seeing links to other videos made from that.
Yeah.
One where I'm auto-tuned, yelling something. It's turned into a song, and it's kind of cut into.
Love it.
What? How? I don't remember recording this. This looks like. Oh.
I mean, you must have maybe accidentally when in all the promotion.
Also, probably more likely is that the shot clipped some part of your existing cybernetics, and there was some glitch. But it's going viral. It's like your subscriber count is going up.
Yeah, this is crazy. I think maybe it was my spine. It might be that when I got shot, it accidentally went into stream mode or something. I don't know.
I think you're famous.
Yeah.
Look at these numbers. This is crazy.
Yeah. There's of course, a lot of other notifications. You're just every application that allows communication is flaring up. Your alerts from news are flaring up. It's like everything is red with numbers on them.
Based on Requiem's face, like her expression, seeing this, am I more like? Do I have more subscribers than she does? Am I more popular? Did I go past
No,
you?
no, not yet. But your numbers are climbing up
Okay.
all the time as this is sort of building up on itself. Like people are remixing, and it's a phenomenon. It's some. Which one of you has more knowledge of this sort of network fame? I'd say it's Requiem. Both of you have this sort of.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. I'd say that Requiem, you know that this is one of those rare moments where if you don't capitalize on this immediately, it's gonna go away.
She'll say that. It's like, what? Have you thought of what you're gonna do? You could.
What am I gonna do? Go and try and get shot again? Like,
well,
how do I turn this into a series?
Well, not really the shooting, but you could. You need to take advantage of it. You might not have to work for the corporation after this.
Are these like, what are they? You know more about this. What kind of numbers are these? Are we talking making a living?
If they keep rising, yeah. If you keep this kind of growth.
All right, I
plateaued a while ago. I mean, people know me, but I can't make a living. Not yet.
Would you be interested in doing a little experiment? What if we take this crazy mission and try to stream it?
I mean, I like it, but
You could collaborate. It could be on your channel. It could be on mine.
I'm just scared that maybe it will blow our cover, but I think you're onto something.
What if we use avatars?
Different ones.
Yeah. Did the recording show my face, my actual? Like,
no, I think it would be done from like point of view of you.
Yeah.
So no.
Okay. So maybe what if we use kind of?
I can change our voices.
Yeah, and we could have like sensor filters, right? So whenever I'm looking at you, there's going to be an avatar. Do people know your real identity on your channel?
They don't, right?
No. I don't think.
No.
Yeah, you've been a private person.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want them to know. Because I wouldn't be able to work and game.
Yeah.
if that was true. Anyway, yeah. So no.
So right, no one can link you to Mr. Star, right? The gamer you. So.
Yeah. I think she's done a really clever thing because her name is actually her username, but she's made it look like it's her username.
Yep.
So it's kind of nice. She's done a digital double bluff. Like people will be like, "Well, it can't be the same."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she's done. She's got some sort of safety on it.
Yeah. As these messages keep coming through, you notice one like they're coming past your view. There's one from the Blue Letter, the streamer you were planning on collaborating with on some controversial book topic or not, and they're asking when you could have the stream about books.
Yeah, I'm checking the date for that. Is it after the
yes, it's after.
Went viral?
Yeah, obviously.
And the tone, does it seem like, oh, now that you're hot, I want to get in touch, kind of thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just read your email. How's this date? It's that kind of.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I've been so busy. I just read your email.
Yeah.
I would probably play coy and answer something like, yeah, I suppose we can. Well, some big things happening, but I'm sure we can work something out, do a virtual lunch or something.
Yeah. Message sent.
Yeah.
The White Room has picked up on this atmosphere and is probably, I don't know, a bit more like it feels more like a newsroom almost. There is this media atmosphere, like there's screens where there weren't, and so on. Nothing's playing on them since you don't especially want like have sent footage there, but like the feel of this White Room is now more a media center than an operations room that it was a moment ago.
Oh, the decor has changed. Well,
Yeah.
It's picking up on what you're doing.
Changes to suit the mood.
yeah, well, it's very professional. Okay.
So I'll make some filters. I'll change our voices, and let me know when you want to go live. I guess.
Yeah. Do you
I
think
think
that
this bit is probably boring.
Yeah.
Sitting in conference rooms.
Yeah. Do you think anyone can trace this back to us? If anyone starts getting interested, someone who might be adjacent to the mission.
Am I good enough to like cloak that?
Probably it's like if things go sideways, things will go sideways, but like and more to the point, in order to capitalize on Nova's success, it sort of has to be Nova. So Nova is burned already, like if you're going to do this, but Requiem probably isn't.
She's going to find a way to say that. It's like, well, I can cloak myself, but you're in the spotlight, so it's up to you. If they're going to find us, they'll find us. I'll try my best.
Well, I guess
With
in
some
for a penny, in for a pound.
I can at least slow them down.
Yeah, and who knows, if this thing really takes off, we might not need to really care if we have future employment with Mr. Star. Who knows? And you can see kind of like he's even the avatar is getting this kind of like dollar signs in his eyes and maybe a little bit too kind of like ambitious,
too excited,
caution to the wind.
Wonderful. So the go time for the mission is in a couple of days, so you have time to do some prepping. And so anything you want to know?
She would definitely research this data mine. She'd do research on that.
Yeah. This is a mission role. This isn't just the fortune roll, but the situation is clear. There is no immediate danger, so it's we're not in a guns blazing situation. So it's one question about you being alert. Do you want to stay at this hyped up state or not? Because you've been drinking a lot of energy drinks and you're like very on the edge. Do you want to keep that up?
Yeah, I think she'd want to calm down now.
Yeah.
Before she gets heart palpitations.
Yeah, so I'd say that this is a great place for the characters to have a short rest, like log out for a moment, get a night's sleep. Nova can recuperate on a medical bed, and you can reset the state to a place you want, either alert, prepared, or relaxed. It's up to you. Both of you can approach this with new.
Relaxed. Yeah, relaxed.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah, I'm staying with my relaxed state.
That's good. I am going to tick the bad things are happening clock. Time is moving
Jeez.
forward. It's at 3 out of 6. We're at halfway point. So things are moving forward. The eventual end is coming. Okay. Nova, once you are awake enough to log back in, what do you want to do? Since Requiem is doing that research, what's your plan for the next day and a half?
Oh, I'd probably try to just actually get some relaxation done if I can. Was I left with any sense of I could do as someone who isn't really into the whole hacking bit?
Probably you can do stuff. It's like eyes and ears, just and maybe, well, to be precise, you can always buy software to help, like use existing apps. You don't have to be a hacker to be useful on a hacking gig.
Right.
But it's Requiem has like a lot better. she's a lot better equipped to deal with this. You're sort of you are
amateur.
you're an amateur, but amateur can be useful for some, like there are still manual stuff that needs to be done that doesn't need expertise at this day and age. The wire does a lot of the heavy lifting, but there's like the wire gets you here and then the skill gets Requiem here. There's a significant difference, but in like our times, the amateur would be somewhere way down. Like they wouldn't understand anything about what's happening. But in a society where almost everything is at least half virtual, doing stuff in the virtual reality is, you're useful. Still, not
right.
just as useful.
For my skill set, what would make the most sense?
Probably like to be brutally honest, combat, breaking stuff, making things go boom.
Yeah, I'm thinking like for prepping.
Yeah. Well, to be frank, I think the question is: are you prepping or are you focusing on your social media or doing something else?
I think I would probably, at the expense of prepping, at the expense of looking at layouts and so on, and like scoping and casing the mission, I'd be focusing on analytics and looking at sort of what other streamers of this are doing and kind of falling down the rabbit hole of extreme violent experience content and so on.
Yeah, that's sort of where I was going. But yeah, I think like for prep, layouts and stuff is actually quite good for you to do. And when talking about layouts and stuff, it's more about the return to the physical world when you have to deliver. Well, if you ever deliver about like what's that about? And yeah, can I get roll 3d12 and give me the lowest for that.
Oh, that's a 3.
Oh, that's a 3. That's yeah. That would be it's a failure, but either the action just fails, and that's all of it, or you keep pushing and the situation goes to standard. Basically, you're starting to poke in places you shouldn't, or your state goes up, which means you're prepared now, not relaxed, just like agitated about all this.
Yeah, I would say probably the situation makes sense sort of if the if because I'm so enwrapped in the whole becoming viral thing. I'm not as careful as I should be. I'm kind of like just like openly Googling stuff and so on, sort of too openly. So, yeah.
Yeah. If you can give me another roll again, 3d12 with the lowest.
Yep. Again, a 3. My goodness.
Okay, the action fails, and
Yes.
either your state goes up, so you get agitated.
Yeah, I would get agitated.
Or you take harm, you actually stumble onto something and hurt yourself. Or you keep on trying, but the situation is now snafu, someone pulls out a gun. And in addition of that, your state goes up, or you get stressed. So if you want to keep on pushing, it's really gonna hurt next time if you fail.
Yeah. I would probably catch my stress would my state would go up.
Yeah. So you just can't figure out anything and realize that this is like you've just wasted time just browsing the net for who knows what. On the other hand, Requiem, you have a much easier time. This for you is clear, so no worries if things go bad. But still, roll me a 4d12 and tell me the two lowest numbers. Two lowest.
2 and a 1.
A 2 and a 1. Well, I'll choose the 2 out of those. It doesn't matter. You're either not getting anywhere, or you keep on pushing, but either your state goes up to prepared, or the situation moves to standard for you.
If my state goes up,
Yeah,
I'll go up in my state. I'll go.
yeah. So you're prepared. Yeah. Okay, so that means you can try again. What this means is that you were like, okay, this is some data forge, some data mine. Who cares? I'll just figure it out what it is. And you start coming up against like blank, like things that should exist don't exist. It's frustrating you. So that's why the state goes up. Okay, so give me another roll, 4d12, and the two middle ones.
3 and a 4.
3 and a 4. Well, that's not good either. I think this is a very bad streak of rolls that you are having.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Let's see that. It's the 3. It doesn't matter. Those are poor options either way. Except if you want to use your cybernetics to make this into a success, I'll allow it because this is a cybernetic thing and you're using your cortex.
Yeah, let's use it. I'll use my cortex.
Yeah, okay. Well, that clears that. So basically you use your enhanced improved wire connection Astral 20 to just like, okay, there's nothing here, there has to be something here, and just like brute force your way through the smoke and mirrors. And it's a murha site. It's one of yours. It is it is an old site, and it like you get these Temple of Doom vibes from it. Like this is something that Murha has sealed away for some reason. Like and it has been wiped from the like information flow for a reason. The like security systems that are apparent aren't that impressive. The vault itself isn't all that impressive. It's quite a simple design. It's an old design, but like the way it has been scrubbed from like all data sources, just it's like that gives you those like there's something wrong here vibes. Also, I'd say that you get name from looking at it, and it is a certain Mr. Kirves. And this is a name that is very familiar to you. It's an old Murha CEO.
Okay, that comes up.
That comes up
in the data mine.
Yeah, that's
and that's been hidden.
That's been hidden, and something that should have been scrubbed. Like it's not something that is a normal hacker couldn't find that. Let's put it that way.
Okay, I would definitely send a message to Nova. This is interesting. Have a look.
Ooh. Wait, old Murha CEO?
Yep.
Yeah, it's been wiped. I don't know why they'd wipe it.
Yeah, it's a little suspicious.
Yeah, the name rings a bell to Nova.
Okay.
There is this book that's been making rounds. That's the memoirs of this said CEO, who has been saying that Murha has gone soft lately. It's the book that you were going to cover on the stream with Blue Letter.
Right. Yeah, it's that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's a funny coincidence. Did I tell you about the Blue Letter and the collaboration thing? I was trying
Did
to
he tell me about
Probably
it?
not.
I remember.
I'm just kind of like, yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I when he went viral, I kind of saw that he did literary stuff.
Yeah.
No.
There's this other micro celebrity, whatever, somewhere there in that sphere, who's doing this kind of thing, bit of a shock jockey, I guess, a shock jock.
Well, I'm not surprised he got in contact after.
Yeah, we were supposed to do a collaborative on this guy or his book. He's been saying some pretty interesting stuff about Murha, and he thinks it's gone soft.
Okay.
So an undesirable to Murha at this point? Someone who they've...
and I'm sure they're not keen on any criticism.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely seems like he's...
Why was it... I mean, everyone knows he used to be CEO.
Yeah. So what's with the purging of the data?
I mean, a threat to the current? Why would they? He's been
he's been openly criticizing the current lead, like the leadership of Murha in general, and the memoir is a huge seller because of that. Like everyone who hates corporations wants to buy it and comment on it, and everyone who loves Murha wants to comment on it, and everyone who hates Murha wants to comment on it. Like it's gone very, very, very viral. So
maybe they just don't like the attention, the bad press.
Yeah, I mean, calling Murha kind of tends to reflect on Mr. Star and like everyone else higher up in the company. So the optics aren't great.
Yeah, it doesn't do well for the PR for the like old leadership saying that the new is not doing as well as they were. It's not typical for corporations, since there is this sort of a unspoken rule that everything is always fine. So saying truths can be a bit unwanted.
Yeah, does Mr. Kirves have a devout following, or does he seem like a man yelling at cloud?
A bit of both. Well, first of all, we're talking about someone who is probably around 115 years old. So there is this certain angle of old man yelling at cloud, but also he was the CEO back when Murha was this literally cutthroat corporation, and there is a period in Murha's history where, well, you don't refer it to as such, but there were corporate wars where people actually fought on battlefields and killed each other because corporations wanted to rule certain areas and such. It's now been rebranded something like the Great Merger era or something, but basically there was this time, and then he was the lead back then.
Basically, I'd be trying to figure his following is more of a fringe thing, just like the people who long for the good old days, or is it like a clear divide between the new school Murha and the old school Murha? Like, is he an actual threat to the new school Murha?
That's a really, really, really good question. I'll let you roll for it.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
Give me
maybe you'll
3D12, and this is at standard since you've already been poking at things and you're prepared, so it's 3D12 and the middle one, unless Requiem wants to help by giving one stress.
Yeah, I'd get more stress. Yeah. No, you're on your own. You are on your own. I have 11.
Probably just start kind of like trailing off mid-conversation, start like looking him up and...
Maybe you look over and you're about to ask for help, but she's literally like shaking and you're like, ah.
Yeah, that's exactly a 6.
Okay.
That's exactly a 6. That means it is a success. There is like it's a very fringe thing. Like he's regarded as a crackpot for like the most of the Murha people, but with a clear success, I'm going to give you the detail. First of all, let's up the internal threat. Not by 1, but by 2, because this is very important.
But so it's 5 out of 6 then.
In internal threats, not the bad things happening.
Yeah, internal.
Oh,
okay.
Internal threat.
So,
okay,
so
good,
your
good,
progress.
Good. So we're 4 out of 8. Yes.
You are now at 5 out of 8.
5.
The thing is that the biggest people who have been like hardlining against the old CEO have been mysteriously dying and being removed from positions in the past times. It's a very, very clear list that you've seen before. That was it Dubai and Singapore, or what the two places were? Bangkok and
Singapore. Dubai, Singapore, and Bangkok.
Yeah,
I've written down.
Yeah, so those places have the most vocal, proponents of the new way in the middle tiers have gone away, and those who are left are the supporters of the old ways. So there is a very clear line here.
Yeah, I point this out to Requiem. Hey, look, Look at this. The old guard is very well here.
Yeah, good old days.
Yeah.
Make it great again.
Corporate nostalgia.
Yeah.
What is it widely known why he left being CEO? Was he fired? Was it?
It was,
Did he retire?
he retired, like basically just served as the leader and CEO for like a very long time, and at his height of success just stepped down and let the next generation take care of the future. So this was sort of the end of that particular era. He's stepping down and passing on the torch to a new, more progressive age where these wars weren't needed. So yeah.
So what do you think?
Infighting.
Well, I wonder if Claire is pro-old CEO or the...
Yeah, so probably a priority to figure that out next. Is that something you could imagine doing?
After I rest, I can try, but I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not exactly.
I'll need.
Yeah.
It's tricky. She's my neighbor.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's why, because you'd have a connection. I don't know
Maybe
how
I can
long I'm
bring
going
it
to be
up
stuck.
as a.
Yeah.
I can try, see if I get anything.
Yeah, I mean, if you can station,
Yeah.
I know it's kind of not the natural thing to small talk about, but I have no idea how long I'm going to be stuck here. Wherever
Yeah, that's
here
true.
is.
I'll recuperate and maybe try tomorrow.
Yeah. You get some rest. Not saying you should burn the midnight oil for this one.
No.
Yeah. Getting some rest before talking to Claire.
Yeah.
You'll.
I just keep poking the hornet's nest. I go in, I go, hi.
Yeah. You log off from the white room and back to your cubicle. So what's your method of procrastinating from all this?
She's that old school dissociation, so she'll order food, she'll have a shower, she'll game, she'll definitely game, and then also sleep. I think gaming to bring the stress down, definitely.
Yep.
That's what she'll do.
Yeah, you game and try to ignore the fact that it's coming tomorrow.
Yep.
Well, it's a good.
I think she would stream
night.
though. She'll stream.
Yeah, you go online and the viewership is up marginally, but as said, you've reached sort of that point where the number, you've plateaued, so it's not going up anymore, and it's the same familiar faces and a couple of new ones who are watching, and after seeing what happened to Nova, it's there's it.
But we have a plan.
You have a plan. That's
we
true.
have a plan. Yeah.
Eventually, you have a good night of gaming. You've been so the thing that you've been doing has been so different that getting into the game is you are at your best. That's it's a good night. Timber is there, but Foxman isn't. So there's that, which is actually quite good since he's been sort of he hasn't been pulling his weight, as said. He's been distracted, and like not having him there actually makes the game a bit better. Which is sad since he's been there from the start.
Mm-hmm.
Nova, you are in the White Room.
Yeah, still in the wire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't been offline yet, have I? Since I've woken up.
No, you haven't woken up yet.
Okay. And can I, or am I still definitely sort of under?
You haven't really tried.
Okay.
Pushing back away from the White Room, you force your eyelids open, and you are in a hospital bed. You have some sort of breathing apparatus, like covering your face, and there's this mechanical sound of like airflow, and also monitors that beep like they do in a hospital.
Yeah.
You feel someone holding your hand.
Sorry, pulling my hand?
Holding.
Oh, holding. I kind of just like look to my side. What? Who's holding my hand?
It's Sebastian. He's sleeping.
Oh.
Oh.
And I can look at him, just stare for a while. Kind of like a bit of a smile on my face, but then I realize that even smiling hurts a little bit.
Yep.
Because it's pulling some muscle somewhere that's been operated on, and I try to sit up, and then like a sharp pain in my torso nips that in the bud, and I lay back down.
Yeah.
And I just squeeze his hand a little bit.
Yeah. He like shakes a bit and opens his eyes and
hey,
looks really, really happy and relieved. You try to say hey, and it comes out like since there is this breathing apparatus that is actually going down your throat now. Now that you're so it's like
am I pre-op or post-op? Like that, I think at least.
Yeah.
Post. Okay.
You're the pain is actually not that big.
Okay.
Like there was a sharp pain when you tried to rise, but like you don't feel sore all over. There is a things are happening, and nurses come. They unplug you from the machinery, and you get the breathing apparatus out of your mouth, and there is something off in the airflow. Like it's hard to breathe. Yeah, the air is not moving the way you are expecting, but you are still not choking. It's like there is something off about your airflow.
Feels weird.
The sound of your voice feels a bit foreign to your ears. There is something different about it. The nurse next to you, handsome 20-something guy, says, "The operation was success. You and your new lungs are fully operational."
Wait, what?
The corporation email that was sent to you, you should have been able to read it while under.
It must have been lost. I got a ton of messages while I was under.
There was an incident, and you were injured. We had to replace your lungs. It's a premium model.
Oh,
We're talking about Beren Bionic Spiritus 7 Plus, so it's top of the line, and it's working perfectly, and like you're actually cleared to go home.
Oh wow! They sprang for the Italian lungs. So that's top shelf.
Sebastian looks shocked at your nonchalance towards this.
Yeah, there's almost like I'm like testing the breathing. I'm like taking big gulps of air into my lung.
Yeah.
Whoa, feels like I feel like a star athlete.
Yes, you
Ooh,
would
this thing's
qualify
amazing.
as one.
What? This is crazy. Ooh.
The breathing it's not sort of this motion that normally happens when you're breathing. It's an engine that pumps in air and out, and there is this constant small flow, and then when you speak, a burst of air comes out so you can speak. But like it feels completely different. Your body feels like it is it is very different. It does things better, but it feels weird.
Yeah, this is gonna take some getting used to. It's very, very strange, but I can feel like it's like getting pure oxygen. Like my thoughts are a little bit clearer. It's weird.
Sebastian just smiles and said, "I'm just so glad that you're okay."
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I need to get back on the saddle. What? Hey, sorry. How long have you been here?
A couple of days. They let me recharge over there, and points at another room at the hospital.
Have you have you slept at all except in the chair?
Yeah, well, I've slept in the chair and went recharging, so yeah.
Oh, come on, you gotta take care of yourself.
Says the man who got shot.
Touche.
And we'll end on that note for the day.
Good ending.
Oh, thank you everyone for watching and bearing with us on this journey in cyberspace, and I hope we'll see you in a couple of weeks. I've been Petri, the corporate, and let's just quickly reintroduce ourselves and say goodbye. Bye from me. So
yeah, hi, I'm Chris. I play Nova, and thanks for watching.
I'm Annina, and I play Requiem 13.
yeah.
Hope to see you again. Bye.
Bye.